Alright, start recording. 1 2 1 2. Okay. Alright, we good. And stream it. In the patches. What's good? I'm live now. Alright, let me go ahead and playing Pokemon Flux. What's good? As you already know, we shiny hunt today, boys. We shiny hunt today. Yee-hoo! Counting the dollars. Sorry, that song's been stuck in my head all day because I listened to it once this morning. It won't go away. Let me put this here. What's up, Shadow? Alright. I gotta post it on Twitter. Let me open my creator dashboard. Shadow, wait until you see the amount of freaking Pokemon, the one Pokemon that I have. So, alright. I do not know how to make it show alerts so that I can hear them. Followers, raids. I gotta do this crap off camera. New variant. Yeah, that's good. Randomize. Wait, what do I, huh? Okay, I'm not gonna pay attention to any of this right now. Shadow, you might call me crazy. Y'all might call me crazy when I show you the amount of that singular Pokemon that I've been hunting for all day yesterday. So last stream, I said I would do some off-camera stuff. I got 35 videos in this playlist by me. Go subscribe to me on YouTube, by the way. Link is in the description of the stream. And if I go into my PC, right, follow along. I open it, I go to someone's PC, I organize. One box nearly full of eggs. Another box nearly full of eggs. And then if we skip, 42 Draxies. And then another 10 Draxie. I have 52 of the same Pokemon, plus all those eggs, and the ones that I have in my inventory right now. Good Lord. So I guess if anyone needs a Draxie, why is it so quiet? Hold on, why is that so quiet? It's okay, I figured it out. Put my headphones back in. Yeah, it's like really quiet, so I need to turn that up. Because today I actually have an idea of what to do. Alright, open up Opera, open up this. So, that Draxie is still getting ramsacked, because I bet if I walk over here right now, okay, you don't have an egg. I'm surprised. I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised. So today we're just gonna explore. We're gonna yap to people, starting off of Sparrow Town and moving my way over to Gentu. So, Sparrow Town, let's go. What? So, we got a lot of videos, so let's start playing. You're an ass.
Love games, but hate the grind?
No.
With Vod, you can be invincible, unimaginably well.
I do not condone cheating. What is this?
My group of friends in high school.
Did I watch this already? I did. I watched freaking part of this yesterday. My group of friends in high school.
He entered one of the rooms where Jake was. He said that, however, they both were.
Oh, hell no.
But
well, considering one of them weighs 500 pounds.
Similar. The unifying feature they all possessed, however,
was those black eyes.
Empty.
Ooh. What are we talking about?
What was most jarring to me was how they were moving. They'd both take a step, then vanish from sight.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this. Read Pokemon Labs. This has been a research lab, but the lion's share of our funding comes from Altair Corp. So they get to direct where we focus our research. Fortunately, nearly everyone here wants to research Flux, regardless. Alright, what you got to say, freaking adoptive dad? Read Pokemon Labs specialized in researching Flux energy. I'm here to answer your questions if you have them. No, I don't have any questions. Shut the...
Only to reappear a few feet closer.
Did you notice that when you defeat an altered Pokemon, it returns to normal?
Once again, where Jake was.
Okay.
He said that when he entered one of the rooms, Jake was behind him, and when he came out, Jake was gone.
Jake was taken from the back.
He turned the corner and saw that boy, and then saw us. I called out down the hallway for Jake, but my voice seemed to echo.
Oh, wait. Okay, this is important, because this is my freaking, adopted dad. Plus, you came to visit. I heard from Altair Corp about the events that happened at the Glacier Dam. Great Glacier Dam. I'm so relieved. When I heard that something happened to you, I... Listen, Past. No matter what happens, we're family, and I love you. I hope you remember that. That being said, Paz, would you like for me to rate your Pokédex completion? Yes. So you've seen 164 Pokemon and caught 98. Please have this. You gave me 10 balls. And you catch 20 different species. Come see me for a reward. I have 94, 98. More balls.
Go only for a little bit before dying out. I told Nate and Drew that we needed to get out of here.
Balls.
They both just gave me a
soothe bell?
Yet understanding. We ran
Balls!
into a singular boy Nate had encountered, and for the briefest of seconds, I thought we were going to die.
Mercandies.
That surprisingly wasn't the case, however, as we sprinted past. As we ran, I continuously called out for Jake, but still no response. Eventually, we arrived.
I don't want sword stands.
When we entered the room to leave the school, I saw something in the corner of the room.
Oh, that's not?
It was
He's tweaking.
Cowering in a ball.
Clicked on 38 different platforms. Okay.
He just
So peaceful here in Spanish. I can barely believe it's so close to the biggest city on Ontario.
And one by one, we all
Oh, the lights turned on.
School. I was the last one out of the building, and as I pulled myself through the window, I glanced.
Well, look at this past. How's the adventure going? This is freaking Tara's granddad. If you see Tara, tell her to come visit her old grandpa on out again. Best of luck to you. Grandpa, you're one cough away from the grave. Let's be honest. It's exactly how my grandma is right now, though. She has one bad cough, she'll just keel over.
Classroom. now filled with children, their black eyes watching us all intently, like sharks.
That is not a child. That's a 30-year-old woman. I want to play in the park, but no one will let me. Too bad, you freaking moron. Brother.
In the water.
Who is this? And now I'm
It's
sure
been a
the
little
hero
under
of
a
this
year
small
since
turn
that
attack.
night.
Maybe it's
And
fame and
during
fortune
that
after. Either
time,
way,
we
pass.
all
Good luck to
steadily
you.
drifted apart. I tried
The
my
rumors were
best to
true.
keep us all
Past you went and got a
friends, but
Pokemon, did you?
Paige
Well, I'll
took on a
be.
girlfriend, which was
Give the sweetie.
surprising,
This is a
and
little
she
sweetie a
took
treat
up
for you.
most of his
Right
time
here.
now.
Oh, nice.
Drew immediately
Thank you,
found
Grandma.
himself in sports, focusing more on the team than on us. And finally, Jake.
Oh, heck no.
Well,
Jake lost his mind. Jake is physically tweaking. Look at him. It's like he just got punished by his parents that they're freaking saying a bad word. Stare in the corner or no dinner. What you got to say? Before Condor City was built, the whole area was a dense forest. We make sure that Pokemon are placed alongside us as partners. Okay, good. Slash that.
Jake just doesn't talk to anyone much anymore.
Exactly. He's bugging.
It might sound strange, but I had repressed that night right up until graduation day. Then, as I watched Jake awkwardly walk along the stage and receive his diploma, for the faintest of seconds, I could have sworn his eyes were jet black.
Oh my
I
god.
glanced over at Nate and Drew sitting a few
What a twist. Oh, you're gonna go. Well, thanks, Shadow. See ya.
seats away.
What a
Nate
twist,
was
Tybee.
pale white, his hand gripping his girlfriend's tightly. And Drew had sweat dripping from his brow as he stared at the floor.
You're
To this
sweet
day,
here.
I
Isn't that right,
have no
homeboy?
idea what those kids were. Either ghosts or demons.
The beginning's
or
preschool. I'm about to
something else
cook
entirely.
every 5-year-old in this whole building. Y'all wanna fight? Let's go. Oh, this guy's friend passed. How's my little Sky doing? Is he well? Has he made any new friends? I know he's doing just fine, but as his mom, it's my job to worry a little bit. Here, his mom baked these cookies. She'd want me to have some. Lava cookies. Lava cookies. Steve's lava cookies. They look like rice balls. Now, I'd love to chat, but I gotta get looking at these troublemakers. Though compared to when Sky was little, it's not as bad. Haha, I'm only joking. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck on your adventure. Thank you. Nice story today. We're reading Brave Little Skidoo. Come join us and read to the kids sometimes. Sometime. Are you here? Are you here to play? Okay, a Capamigo. Rah, I'm a Pokemon. Hell no. I'm the strongest Pokemon ever. Rah. Guys. When's snack time? I don't know. Get your fat...
I just hope the demolition of that school was enough to make them disappear.
Come on, pray,
Just in
bitch,
case
pray.
it wasn't. And they are still out there. Stay away from the children with black eyes before you end up just like my friend Jake,
Oh, hell no.
or worse.
What's going on? Come here, child. I want to talk to you. I'm gonna catch you. No, you ain't.
I used to work as an...
What a twist type moment. What a twist type moment. Remove from playlist. Alright, now let's move on to the next video. Yeah, I got a lot of different types of videos on here. Bing. Counting the dollars. Alright, checking stuff. I got a Discord call. Who's that? Oh, finally. They finally freaking posted it on the Discord. What you gotta say? We got a pet Pokemon for the children to play with. I'd hope they would tire each other out, but they never seem to run out of energy. Speaking of, I'd like you to have this.
an
Ether!
overnight stalker for Walmart.
Stalker?
For those of you who are unaware of what a Walmart is, It's pretty much an oversight.
I know what a Walmart. Oh my God! When did they sell freaking miniguns in Walmarts? Where did it come from? I thought they just sold bread. I thought they sold bread and toys. What is that? They got a freaking minigun. About to take him out the game.
As convenience store, selling anything
It's
from
kind of wild.
clothing
I know
to
he's probably doing
food
fine,
to
but his mom
electronics.
is that he can't help but
If
worry
you
a
are in
little.
need of something, chances are Walmart has it. As many of you are aware of what a stalker is, I suppose I should still explain what it is I did. Basically, whenever you walk into a store and you find yourself mindlessly glancing over all the various items on the shelves, somebody had to put them there. And that somebody was me.
Huh?
It's pretty much cut and dry as far as tasks go. Either
Okay.
you're taking inventory or unloading products from the back. However, for the most part, it's the movement of items from the back housing area to the shelves. For a lot of the youths in the US, working at Walmart is generally a first job location for those who don't wish to dive into the chaos that is fast food service. As for myself, I ended up with the job after recently getting laid off.
No. So close. What the heck?
The job market was rough at the
Don't
time,
see
and
him
me
around,
needing
it's just
an
all
immediate
that.
source of income, I found a few other options. The job itself was fairly simple, and the supervisors were quite lenient on some of the regulations. For example, during my shift, I would be allowed to listen to music on my iPod while I worked. I'd be allowed some moderate breaks. To be honest, as long as my section got finished and I wasn't late or belligerent, I was pretty much left alone to do my job. I spent the first few weeks acclimating to my new schedule and surroundings. A lot of time was spent learning the ropes, so to speak. Meeting other coworkers, learning what is expected of me, the ins and outs of taking inventory, as well as
Menu,
proper
like,
stocking
time.
etiquette. Yes, I said stocking etiquette. Such as don't block the aisles, refrain from leaving boxes strewn about. If a customer is attempting to get an item you are blocking, to move your cart out of the way completely. Apart from learning the job, I found the toughest transition to be the hours. Working the night shift can be somewhat daunting. Having to wake up when the sun is setting and coming home when the sun is rising takes some getting used to. Now, it's no secret that certain individuals frequently shop at Walmart. Even though customers come in all shapes and sizes, you do get some strange customers from time to time. From people dressed up in outrageous costumes to customers not dressed up in, well, anything.
Oh, heck no.
Hell, in my first week, a rather large gentleman walked up to me wearing nothing but those old school gym shorts. You know, the ones that are far too short for anyone to be wearing legally.
Oh.
He then demanded I tell him where the office supply department is. Why he's seeking the office supply department at 2 o'clock in the morning wearing gym shorts is beyond me. But that's not what this story's about.
Hey, like, I just
One
saw the
night, after
freaking
settling
things.
into
My
my
bad.
routine, I decided to take a much-needed break. Normally, there is a specific area for employees to take breaks, but me being a smoker, I usually took my breaks out back where the shipment trucks and dumpsters are. It's not the greatest of places, but it's quiet and beggars can't be choosers, am I right? I was standing out there, enjoying the peace and quiet, watching the light from the single street lamp bounce off the green sludge the dumpsters were leaking,
Ew.
when I saw movement out of the corner of my eye. From where I was standing, there were 2 semi-trucks side by side.
I don't see
I
nothing.
saw someone or something
Press B,
ducked
chat.
between the 2 when I glanced over.
Okay.
Now, I know this goes against every horror movie ever made in the history of anything, but I called out to
You think? Oh, you're an idiot.
hello? And just like in the movies, nothing responded. My mind first thought about a homeless
Look
junkie
at the
who was
taxi
sleeping out
box,
back,
too.
but didn't want to have the police called on him for loitering. Then my imagination began to shift to a knife-wielding psychopath waiting for me to walk around that corner
No, heck no.
and slit my throat.
Huh?
Once that thought
I
popped
might
out
have
of my
got a
head,
hit.
I quickly noped the hell out and went back inside. I went back.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look up how to increase shiny streak in Pokemon Flux. I gotta like kill him. The Masuda method. 2 Pokemon of different languages, which significantly increase the chances of hatching a shiny Pokemon. The game determines the language of origin based on the system's language when starting a new game. Breed 2 Pokemon from different language regions. 2000. Oh my god. Overworld hunting. Running around close to high grass and caves, 2 to 3 steps outside of the screen will disappear unless it is a shiny Pokemon. If you hunt via the overworld method, you should choose a long path where Pokemon won't bump into you as good as possible. Okay. Oh my god, it's spoiling me on the shinies. No, I'm looking away. Some Pokemon appear as static encounters in the overworld, unlike regular Pokemon. Spawned in and out by walking. Static Pokemon spawn when entering the area and stay regardless of how far away you come from them. They're first including their shininess. Let's enter into battle. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get a Nursa? Here's a really issue. Alter encounters. Can I get like methods? Gift Pokemon? Gift Pokemon are given to the player through story. For lab starters, you can first see their shininess in the nickname screen. Your shiny in the selection screen. Jaxie will show up shiny the moment it breaks out of the statue. First, decline to drink the blood to save some dialogue and save. Gift eggs. Breeding Masuda method. Wait. So if I catch Pokemon regularly, I just won't get it unless I'm lucky? It says that there's only like a Masuda method, and I gotta like breed a crap ton of Pokemon for that. Either that or walk around back and forth until I hear the shiny noise. Is that shiny? I don't think so. 'Cause I mean,
to work and put the whole experience out of my mind. I put it out so far that I found myself going back outside again for my second break. It was around 4 a.m. and I was heading into the home stretch of my shift. As my hand rested upon the door is when that earlier experience came rushing back to me.
Stanley.
After negotiating with myself that my
and that is the moment that he knew he messed up. Like, what are we talking about? Level 6? Buddy chump out. Buddy. I can hit you with a not very effective move and kill you 10 times over.
need of nicotine was greater than my need to live, I pushed the door open and stepped outside.
Oh my god, you're so
After
stupid.
walking outside, I instantly noticed something was wrong. The lone street lamp from before was on. Now, I had taken my breaks later in my shifts before when the sun was beginning to rise and the light outside would be turned off. But it was still pitch black outside. What I should have done was turn right back around and go back inside. But in a moment of tired confusion, I accidentally let the door behind me click shut. It was one of those external doors that are always locked from the outside to prevent thefts.
I'm dreaming
Normally I
defeating
would just
them.
prop it open,
Dog.
but in my stupor, I forgot.
Where's your boy, Thierry?
Hearing that click, I felt my heart begin to beat faster. I tried to calm myself, rationalizing that it was only a 2-minute walk around the building to the front. So I stood there, in the dark, the only light emanating from the ember of my cigarette. Then I heard something that made the blood drain from my face. Footsteps, coming from the direction of the truck. Slowly I turned to look over in that direction. This time, I didn't say anything. I just stared.
Go ahead,
I
Slow.
found my eyes trying desperately to adjust to the darkness. After a moment, I could just make out the outline of the nearby truck. I attempted to comfort myself again by thinking it was just the homeless guy. Apart from the smoking, I'm actually in pretty decent shape, so unless the guy was a sumo wrestler, I figured I could handle myself in a fight.
Crazy.
That's when I saw it. There was a part of the truck that was much
Oh.
darker than the rest
Hey,
of the
you
metal.
know.
The dark spot stretched from the ground to near the top of the trailer.
Hold on. Let me freaking check. Let me ask on the Discord server about this. Pokemon Flux server. Help and support. Are there like catch streaks slash kill streak catch slash kill streaks for Pokemon weeks for their increased shiny odds? Okay, hopefully I'll get an answer. One of the artists is listening to Shakira. I don't know who Shakira is, but, well, I do know. I'm kidding. Sasha.
The shadow was in the shape of a man.
Oh my god.
There was a person standing next to the truck, and they were facing me. My fight or flight instinct took over, and I found myself doing something I never thought I would do in that situation.
Run, bitch.
I shouted at whoever it was.
Dog.
"You got a problem, pal?" I said, trying to sound tough. I'm not sure what unnerved me more, the fact that it didn't respond or the fact that it remained motionless. For a brief moment, I thought the shadow that I was
Crap.
talking to was just some dark paint on the side of the truck. I
16, huh?
watched it take a slow step towards
Oh,
me,
hell no.
and in
run.
that instant, I almost screamed. The sudden movement made me jump back and thud against the door.
Run. Run,
I
fool,
felt
run.
my throat constrict and my mind went blank.
That's what happens when you smoke
People
cigarettes,
always
guys.
describe scary encounters as being frozen with fear.
Don't smoke, guys. It hurts your lungs.
It wasn't that I couldn't move. It was just, I couldn't remember how.
Huh?
I know it may sound strange, but I genuinely couldn't remember the most basic of functions, such as blinking. Watching this giant person grow closer to me.
His
made
memory
me feel like I
bugging.
was shrinking. I felt my eyes begin to water in response to not
Oh, I don't have freaking.
when my eyes finally couldn't take it anymore. They shut. In that nanosecond, my eyes
I don't
were
have
closed.
cut.
This thing had closed the distance to me and was now about
Oh,
3 feet away.
hey, yo, no.
I could see it much more clearly now. Its body was tall, but incredibly thin, like this creature hadn't eaten in years. Its appendages were equally as long as its torso. The skin on its body was like charred meat, almost like it was covered in ash. I didn't want to look up at its face, but my eyes drifted up without my consent. Its eyes were paler than my skin at that point. Seeing them up close, they almost glowed.
How do your eyes move without your consent? That's a question. Like, can I get an answer to that? No, there is not a catch streak yet. Or there might not ever be. Depression. This is gonna take me years.
Against the darkness. Its mouth was jagged and dripping some type of oozing liquid.
Hell no.
What scared me the most was how utterly quiet it was. Like it was some sort of hunter stalking its prey. Even at this distance, if I wasn't already aware of its presence, I probably wouldn't have seen it. Suddenly, it raised its bony arm towards me. The arm was almost long enough to reach me from where it stood.
It lives?
My brain suddenly came back online. I swatted its arm away and took off as fast as I could to get around the building. The entire time I sprinted around the building, I felt as if its fingers were grasping at the back of my neck. My lungs started to burn. I wanted to throw up. And if that thing touched me, I probably would have destroyed my pants.
What was that noise?
Rounding the corner, I crashed into a late-night customer's shopping cart, sending the contents flying. I quickly scrambled to my feet and looked behind me. I was alone. Well, alone with a very angry customer. My supervisor was, for lack of a better word, pissed. He scolded me, replaced the products for the customer, and demanded an explanation. At the risk of blaming my situation on a monster, I told him I was simply locked out and ran around to the front. That I wasn't paying attention and ran into the customer accidentally. For the most part, I was technically telling the truth. I didn't stick around at that job for much longer. I ended up finding a decent desk job uploading sales data for a
Okay, so changing plans here. I'm just gonna look around for people to talk to and battles to do, because there is absolutely no way I'm gonna spend like, I would need all my Pokemon to fully explore everywhere, and right now I don't have all of them, so reached a break in my game. I better save my progress. You really should. So yeah, that's how we're doing that. Oh my god, why is the game so laggy? Wait. We're gonna wait.
Local company. It's a strict job and very boring.
There we
The
go.
pay is great and I don't have to work at night. I'm not sure if it was just my bad luck that the creature came after me, or if it simply likes to hang outside of stores when it's completely dark outside. But I'll never go to a Walmart at 4 a.m. ever again. And I would advise you all to do the same.
Hilarious. He said there are fresh tunes wherever you go. I don't hear no fresh tunes. Maybe because I have the music freaking muted, but yeah.
Are you a Roblox fanatic?
No.
Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you.
IDGAF.
Getting around in the city can be a problem for a lot of people. Cars
Each new moves,
gridlocked from
tutors,
street to
certain moves,
street,
Pokemon.
with nothing but the ambient screams and honks filling the
Enjoy
air.
your visit.
That
What?
was always one of the biggest drawbacks for me, living in the city.
I love living here, and they let me run in the halls even at
moved
night.
inward from the outskirts of the city for a
Okay.
job opportunity. It
Okay.
actually surprised me how difficult adjusting to life in the inner city would actually be.
Howdy, becoming the move maniac here in
I've
Ontario.
been
There's a
down
lot
to
of focus on flex moves and Pokemon battles, but every move is important. Any questions? Nope.
numerous times, but only to meet some friends for drinks. During my time living in the suburbs, I would often mock my friends for not even having driver's
Battle
licenses.
can't attack, but if it holds the
I
chest up
found it
area, will recover
amusing
immediately. I
that
have
none
some.
of them could hop into a
Nice,
car
more
and
money.
easily drive away. However, I soon
Giving a
realized
Pokemon a
that
berry.
it wasn't
Oh,
as
that's
silly
smart
as I
idea.
thought it was.
You that racket? It sounds
The
like someone's
job
running back and
opportunity
forth out
I
in the hallway.
received
Hey,
was
quiet
for a
down out
company
there.
I had already
Unless you're trying to
been
sleep,
working
you know.
A new position had opened up at one of the central branches in the inner city, and they offered
Inner city, like Biggie?
the pay
Oh,
was
it was a Pokemon in the
fantastic.
trash can.
The hours were reasonable, and since I had seniority at my current job, apart from a few others who turned it down, I was
It was the
asked if
strongest
I'd
trainer in
like it.
Ontario, really. I'm not lying, I
The
promise.
only
My Pokemon,
con, it
I
would
left them at my
seem, was
dad's.
that I would have to move closer to the
It gives
location
us a handful,
itself.
but it's the most rewarding thing in the world to me.
Sure, I could have
Now if it would
commuted,
stop
but
running
it
all
would
over
have
the
been an
place.
hour and a half there and back
Oh, do you have a
every single
Pokemon? Can I
day.
pet it? Please, please, please?
Something which I wasn't willing to do. So, my company actually helped relocate me for the new position, and I was sold. I found a small
there really no battles in here?
apartment not too far away from my job. It was about 30 minutes away on foot, which wasn't as bad as an hour and a half
Sometimes,
drive.
sometimes. Tried to be a Pokemon
After
trainer once,
moving
but
and getting
man,
adjusted
there's
to
so
the
many
new
cool
surroundings,
Pokemon. How could I
quickly
choose one to be a
realized how
character? You're even
pointless a driver's
6.
license would be in this area. Every morning when I walk outside, I would be greeted to an almost endless sea of metal. Cars, buses, taxis, semi-trucks, all locked in a constant battle to get to their destination.
That's a cop car.
One of the first few weeks of moving there, I went to meet up with a few friends of mine. They all wanted to meet up at a new bar on the other
Student
side of
Academy at
town.
Alberton to the north. I know I
After
should be
arriving
studying, but I
later
just
than
wanted to
everyone
watch
else,
Pokemon
covered in
battles.
sweat, I quickly became the butt of
Your
everyone's
Pokemon's following you.
jokes.
Sometimes it'll pick
They asked me why I
will
didn't
pick up
just ride
useful
the train
items.
here,
You should have
to
talked to
which
your
I
Pokemon all the
responded
time.
that I didn't know how. I suppose that was the wrong answer to give my friends, as they all mocked me for not knowing how to use the public transit system.
Aww.
Which I suppose is well deserved, since I joked about their lack of driver's licenses. After a few drinks, we all decided to call it a night. One of my friends drunkenly tried to help me figure out the subway system, but through all his slurred speech, I could only vaguely make out the words.
We also sold out of Fluxbox game
He
consoles.
stumbled his way down the steps.
And I
into
said
the
it'll have a
underbelly
better
of the
chance
city.
if I come back in a few months.
The mechanical
Oh, so I can't wait
sounds
that
of
long.
trains reverberated off the tiled walls. Garbled voices over loudspeakers spouted directions.
Have you chosen?
But they might
Spoken
as
to the
well have
Pokemon
been
helper
speaking
yet.
another language
They can
to
help
me.
you with Pokemon forget or remember
During
moves.
this
You can
time, I
change your
had lost
Pokemon's
track of
nickname.
my inebriated
There's
guide.
one in every mart in
I
Ontario.
looked around in a confused frenzy before someone grabbed my shoulder. I quickly spun around on my heels and
Before you
was
spend
almost
all your
knocked
money in a
off
world
by
of
the smell
caution. Here in
whiskey
Ontario, you
coating
can't
my
use that as a
breath.
Pokemon when they're in the midst of
He
battle.
laughed before flicking a small yellow
Kind of
card in my
close
face.
for a status healing
I
items and
grabbed
arrives too.
And he told me
As a
that
result,
I
the
needed
sizes are
to ride the train.
substantially
I
cheaper
asked him
here
how
than
much
in
it
the
was,
regions.
but he just
Send
belched
mine
and
will stock you up
demanded
for your
that I
journey.
follow him. We both swiped our
Another
cards
story.
and made it to the platform. The clacking of the train became louder and louder before a long metal
Okay.
tube appeared and screeched to a halt in front of us. The doors opened and we both made our way inside.
You keep it help.
After sitting down, my friend
For all
drifted
you
off
never
to sleep
know,
without
every
telling me
rare
what to
species
do
are a
next.
shiny Pokemon.
We arrived at our next stop and I shook him awake. The voice over the loudspeaker announced our destination, to which my friend hollered back, "Not yet," before going right back to sleep. The following stop arrived.
Before I go
and
on
I
an
nudged him
adventure, I always
He stood up
make
with
sure
the
to
vitality
be
of a
essentials.
90-year-old,
Oh
coughing and
man.
retching all the while.
Ugh.
We walked off the train and out of the terminal area. To my relief, we were only about a half a block away from my
Decided
apartment. Amazed that we made it, I thanked him and we parted ways. Even though the whole experience was just me following my friend all night, I was surprised by how easy and
No,
fast
if you
it
play
was.
10 Pokemon once you get a
One minute I
freebie.
was on the other side of town, and the next I was
I
right
think
back home.
Pokemon and specific Pokeballs that
I
match your
called my friend
appearance.
the next morning
spending
and
a lot
thanked
of
him
money on
for
fancy
taking me
Pokeballs
home,
as a result.
although he didn't seem to remember it. He was pretty drunk after all. Regardless, I thanked him for the card and for the help,
Teams are
You
taking moves,
mentioned that I
speed,
needed to
battle,
refill
and
my card at
use.
one of the
Well, what's the price
kiosks
tag
in
of
the
my
subway
opinion?
if I wanted to ride more before
Power
hanging
Flux
up on
Pokemon
me.
can learn up to 5 moves. You can't
The
teach
next
Flux
day, I went
moves with
back
the
down to the
TM.
subway,
You need a Flux
early
Machine
in
or
the morning,
FM.
and located my work on the
But
map.
overlook non-energy moves
It
like
was only 3 stops away
light
from where I
screen.
was located.
So Terry League is mostly
This
double
gave me
battles.
great
There's a
relief.
crucial.
All I had to
These
do
are
was
crucial
locate
to
the
gaining the edge
specific
over your
train to
opponent.
take me there. After putting money on my
Okay.
card and making it to the terminal, I found the train that I needed. It was then that I realized just how many people
Send my
were
Pokemon a
down
lot of
here
vitamins
waiting
and
with me.
you feel strong.
The terminal
But
area
this looks
was
kind of sickly.
shoulder to shoulder.
Looks unwell.
of people waiting to enter the train.
You know, effort
As we
values,
walked on, I
EVs, they're
accidentally bumped
important
into a
when it
large man
comes to
standing
raising
in front of
certain
me.
stats.
He yelled at me to watch it before going
Pokemon
back
will
to
accumulate
mindlessly
EVs
staring
in
out
the
the window.
battle.
I
Okay.
counted the stops, and on the third one, I exited.
So he's getting
When I
he's
ascended
gonna
the
get
stairs, I
jumped.
found my office building right across the street. That night, after getting off of work late in
When
the
Pokemon
evening,
are exposed to radiation from
I
certain kinds of
decided I would ride
stones,
the
they can
train back to
evolve.
my place.
But I'm a stone enthusiast myself.
get
Name is
used to
Stone, I was
this
trying to
thing one
remember
way or
what
the other.
Pokemon evolved with it.
I descended the nearby stairs and swiped my card at the entrance.
Oh.
After crossing that threshold, I noticed something odd.
Another shipment of illusionary stones. So if
There
you're
was
looking for
absolutely
Thunder,
no
Sun,
one
and
else
Ice
down
stones,
here
I'm
but me.
afraid you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Don't blame
Even
me,
on that
blame the ultra
drunken adventure I
Pokemon.
had taken with
In the
my
Pokemon
friend,
League, Gobble
there was
Gobble.
at least a few people around. But not this time. I made my way
Fire,
over to the
water,
train and
leaf,
waited.
leaf, moon,
Not long
shiny
after,
dusk,
I heard that
ice,
familiar sound
sun.
of clacking metal approaching.
Okay.
The train screeched to a stop, and I boarded. Stepping onto the train, I felt a wave of something
Regret?
wash over me. It wasn't fear or concern. It was more like uncertainty. Like my mind wasn't sure if this was the correct train to be on. I figured that if this was the wrong one, I'd just get off at the next stop and walk the rest of the way. However, the train didn't
You haven't
stop.
seen Pokemon yet? Or listen to the next
I
Pokemon
was sitting in my seat for a full hour before I realized
This is the
something
Incarnate
was
Singer
terribly
noticed the
wrong.
Weasel Terrier.
I
Because they
got
looked
up
up
and
the
made my way
reason
to
as
the
a whole.
conductor's car to ask him when we'll be arriving. However,
But his
when I tried to
pouch
cross
slit
from one
evolved
car to the
anyway.
other,
It only ever seems to happen
the door
to the
itself
weaker
was
ones.
locked.
Pouch
As I
slit.
struggled against it, the lights in the car began to flicker. Suddenly, the lights
For
were
some reason, you city always stop
I
and
was
put us in our
standing alone
first.
in
Not
this
only hit
train
my team,
car
but also because it's a great place
in
to
pitch
information
blackness.
and local gossip. Just let the chat
When
share
the lights
advice. You might
came
learn
back
something
on
if you
a
listen
few moments
closely.
later,
Technology is
what I
incredible.
saw unnerved me.
So you heard that before, but it's really true.
The entire car
PC
behind
connects to
me
the
was
Pokemon
filled
store
with
system.
people.
You have more than
Though
6
they didn't
Pokemon, the rest
appear
are
to
stored
be
in here.
actual
This allows you
people.
to transfer Pokemon over the internet.
They all
So
looked like
some
shadows.
guy from the Kanto region named Bill.
As if all of the
But
people
Altera's
behind me
PC
were
system was
wearing
built by a
black
person
morph
named
suits, standing
JV,
shoulder
which is
to
why we
shoulder
call it
with one
JV's
another.
PC.
They
Go
were
ahead,
all
log on
facing
and see
my
for yourself.
direction at the front of the car. I wasn't sure if it was the lights or my tiredness which was playing tricks on my mind. Though what happened next still terrifies me. The lights once again went out in the car. During this outage, I felt numerous hands begin grabbing at me.
Oh, hell no.
I screamed and attempted to shove them back, but they just continued to grab at me and tried to pull me into the center of the train. I fought against them, kicking and thrashing as hard as I could.
What was so useful? They restore your Pokemon to full health free of charge. So imagine if we had to pay. What a nightmare.
The train slowly creaked to a stop shortly after, and the doors opened. I ran out of the car and fell onto the platform, gasping for breath. The doors on the train closed behind me, and it disappeared down the dark tunnel.
It went
What
backwards?
was odd was that
My bad.
when I exited out of the subway onto the street, I found that I was
I wanted to go to
back in
Cardinal
the same
City, but the
exact
Hyper
place
Tram
I
is
started
closed.
from.
Apparently, an Ultra Pokemon attacked the bridge and broke it.
I ended
No
up
fair, why
making
can't the
the
League
30-minute
stop
walk
them?
back to my apartment anyway.
So League are
I
idiots.
don't know what those things were riding in the train with me that night. But I
Don't
do
mind
know
them.
that when they were grabbing
It was my mom, my dad, and my grandma. Don't mind them. They're harmless, mostly. Oh, this is the Hyper Tram.
at me, I felt a very evil energy coming off of them.
Galactic Ultra
Perhaps
Pokemon are
they
a
were
recent
trying to
thing.
make
Not only
me
did they attack the tram line, but they also
I don't
started
know.
targeting ships out at sea.
I told
The
my
hunters had
friends
to be
about
extra
it the
vigilant.
following day, but they just thought I made the whole
The
thing
hunters in
up.
Colonel City have had to
Saying
service.
I
The visuals
probably
of
just fell
Galactic
asleep on the
Ultra
train and
Pokemon
had a
attacked
bad
the
dream.
tracks and were still restoring the damage.
But it wasn't.
Thank you for your patience and understanding.
I know what I saw, and I know what I felt that
Trains
night.
out of service again. How terribly
any
inconvenient. I
of
want
you
to go
are
shopping in
patrons
Carlo
of the
City. I
underground
suppose I can take an
transit
air
system,
taxi. Those things
be
are
careful
uncomfortable
when
and
riding
smelly.
the subway
You're
during the
smelly.
night. You
I like
never
trains.
know
I like
who
trains. I like trains. So I work
what
here.
could be
Okay.
riding with you.
Oh my god. It's my Uncle Tom. Nope, no luck so far, light. Oh, this is made by another dude. Let me go ahead and get rid of the other videos from the playlist. Yeah, this one is by Cirky. The other ones were made by Pasta. I think his name was Pasta or Plant. Hold on.
Are you a Roblox fanatic?
Oops. Oh, he closed.
Microsoft Rewards has
the
a brand new
down
way
page.
for you to earn digital gift cards from Roblox.
How about
Sign up
no?
for Microsoft Rewards, then search
Plant, yeah.
and
Those ones
Getting
were by
around
Plant.
in the city can be a problem for a lot of people.
You play this. Alright, let's see.
I work at a gas station in rural Pennsylvania.
See, now I'm
Boring
just
job, but
like now I'm just walking around talking to people to hatch these eggs. Speaking of eggs, am I close to hatching these? No. So I have not taken nowhere near 256 steps. On clear days you can see Cardinal City across the bay. I can't.
pretty easy.
This region has changed since I was young.
A few weeks ago, new guy started. I call him Jeremy.
Jeremy, huh?
Weird. He's about
Me weird or some other dude weird? Kind of quiet. Turn it up a bit.
25 or 26, and he hardly speaks. He's got the creepiest laugh I've ever heard.
Out here, extreme actually need more of those.
Noticed this. It's never been a problem.
I laugh weird as well. MP's my best friend. I can't imagine life without
He's always done
Pokemon.
his job fairly well, up until a few weeks ago.
Oh, are you a trainer? No offense, but I doubt you can handle
Employee theft could be a
hold a
problem.
candle to champion Alistair. The finale of the game. I beat Alistair or his Pokemon.
Consumer
Wiped
goods.
them.
There's only one person working at a time at this gas station. It's a pretty small place.
This is the
About 2
Pokemon
weeks
League
ago, my
thing.
boss started noticing that we were short on motor oil.
Oh, that's
At
odd.
first, it was a few containers at a time. Then, entire shelf.
That bitch is drinking it. No wonder why he's so weird. He drinks oil, and it's not the Diddy oil.
Boxes from the back room.
It's good to
Pretty
test
soon, entire
entirely.
shipments would be gone the day after we got them. They were moved right
OMG,
onto
can you
Jerry's
believe that
ship.
Alistair is stepping
The
down?
boss
I
checked the
know.
security camera tape.
He's like the best
Nothing
trainer
wrong.
ever. No one else could
He
even
would
come
never catch
close.
me around. Jeremy would lock up at closing, then the motor oil would be gone the next day. The boss usually takes
That's
the tape
freaky.
home to try to catch Jeremy's
Flux
sleep.
moves are two-part
But his daughter
start
had a softball game
attacks
last
that
night.
consist of an alpha and a
So he
beta
asked me
move.
to watch the tape
Alpha
too.
moves trigger at the start of your turn and can increase your stats, providing other types of buffs, and even change the matter whether it's terrain. Your moves trigger based on your Pokemon's speed. The Unleash is a strong attack that always hits both foes in a double battle. I mean, that's probably what he's doing. They said he was kind of creepy, so... Ooh, I got an FM. I'm gonna sell that immediately, ma'am. I hope you know that. I'm gonna sell that too. Dex, okay. Cause based on what he just said that motor oil has been missing and that dude is acting kind of weird. So according to my calculations, he's drinking the motor oil. He is losing brain cells slowly but surely.
It's that back.
In order to use a flex move, you need both an alpha and a beta move.
Jeremy started at 4
Switching
p.m.
in order to teach
Everything
them.
seemed pretty
I
normal.
don't.
Counted up his drawer, switched off with the girl who had worked before him, and waited for a customer. The first person who came in was Mrs. Templeton.
Miss
The timestamp on the
Templeton?
video read 403. Regular. But she picked
For
up her
text,
cigarettes
flex moves
and
don't use
newspaper
power
and
points.
headed to the 20.
Said they use flex points.
Unusual here. Next
She was
customer
ready
was
to
some
turn
local guy named
team.
Ron. drives a motorcycle, usually comes in every few days.
What's good, Ron?
Big bag of
Okay,
beef
then.
jerky, paid with his credit card, and left. Next was some guy with a cowboy hat. I'd never seen him before. We get plenty of strangers passing through.
Probably freaking Charles. His name is probably Charles. Glasses with trophies for the league champions. Competitions. Oh, so like all the freaking regions? What does that say? How'd you get your Pokemon?
It's like any
Did you
gas
catch and
station.
raise them yourself?
You have
Or were they
$40
do
worth
something
of
else?
fuel,
Trade for them?
a $100
Perhaps
bill,
were they hatched from an egg?
Sat back and I said, only thing more boring.
Oh no. But could this happen to me? I made a mistake. How could this happen to me? Oil. And it's not the why he's so weird. He drinks oil. And it's not the Diddy oil. Oh, internet error and mic here streaming. Nice.
Than doing this job is watching.
You asked me all this tournament stuff is besides the point.
My boss
I
is
guess it
awful
keeps
at
people
keeping me
invested.
watching. So I left the tape on.
You know, Aquila Altair, the director of the Pokemon League, apparently he used to be a pretty strong trainer. Oh, he battled him. Yeah, right.
I didn't expect him to be dumb enough to let us catch him on camera.
I've heard there are these special flex machines called hidden flex machines. Not only are they powerful attacks, but they also are
She bought the same pack of cigarettes.
useful while exploring.
The same newspaper. She paid with
Not
another
to
20.
mention, unlike regular flex machines, these items are infinite use,
She's a little absent-minded.
which I
I
could
thought
get
Jeremy
my hands
told her,
on
so she
one.
got her smokes, but it's
I'll
not
have
against
to
the
settle
rules
with
to sell
regular
someone the
items
same
for
thing
now. I have
twice.
to get so I also have
That's
to.
when
Oh my
Ron
god.
came. He brought another tank of gas for his motorcycle again.
Look, the motor oil disappeared.
Because I thought maybe he had her
The motor oil's gone, guys.
the same
He drank the
pack of
oil.
Jerky. He paid with his credit card. No big deal. I figured
So that's
it was
really
just a
cute.
weird
Choose your registered lease
Mrs.
season. We
Templeton
hope you
and
give
his
it all.
friend
It's the
Ron
right
probably owns more than one Harley. And that's when the guy in the cowboy hat came back in. I felt a chill run down my spine.
Staff only.
Good deal. I found myself whispering into my empty living room. But he
Okay.
did. He got $40 worth of diesel fuel. And he
Oh
paid
my god.
with another $100 bill. Every move he made was identical to his first visit, right down to the way that he scratched his nose before he walked out. Either the guy is rich and he owns a lot of trucks and just moved into town, or something really bizarre was happening. I kept watching. Every customer for the next...
It's the drugs. It's the motor oil. Why isn't everyone more worried about Ultra Pokemon? I know we have strong trainers to protect everybody, but attacks are getting more frequent, aren't they? Someone should do something about it. Nah, I'm good.
Every single one. I was seriously freaked out, and then at 6:03, Mrs. Templeton walked back in. She bought her cigarettes and newspapers.
Cities are connected by this hypertram line.
I thought I was gonna lose it.
Excuse
I
me.
lost another half hour before
Thank
I
you.
started fast forwarding through the rest. It was all the same. Every customer would
Ew.
come in at the
I
exact
saw a
same
Pokemon
time,
in the trash
exactly
can over
1
there.
hour apart.
Where?
I know what you're thinking.
Where?
Okay, that sneaky Jeremy had messed with the tapes. He had run a loop of his first hour of
Sorry, I
business
can't talk.
over
I'm late
and
for
over.
work.
That wasn't the case. There were windows around the cash register area that the camera covers. I watched.
Oh,
the sunlight
shoot.
fade as the time ran on. Jeremy's routine didn't loop over. He swept, mopped, restocked, and did all of his duties exactly how you would expect. But the same customers kept coming in.
Oh my god.
I was panicked at this point. Something was seriously wrong with what I was seeing, and I had no explanation for it. I skipped ahead, and when he locked up and walked out to his car, he hadn't stolen anything, but I kept watching, just to make sure. I fast-forwarded one last time to about midnight, and exactly.
You did some
at
leftovers.
exactly 12:03, out of nowhere,
Ew.
Jeremy's face popped up on camera.
Oh, hell
I don't
no.
mean he moved his head into view. I mean that 1 second the store was empty, the next second his face was all I could see. He wasn't looking at the camera, he was looking at me.
It's the motor oil, guys. This is why you don't drink motor oil. Fantastic advice from your friend, the Stopper57. Speaking of, subscribe, please. Or no, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/the Stopper57. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Favorite part of watching league battles is seeing all the different strategies in play. There are so many ways it has potential.
One frame he was there, next he wasn't.
Oh
I had to shake him like crazy.
no.
I popped in another tape. The other indoor camera.
Hey
shows
you,
the
have you seen any
that
trainers
flashes,
around?
and I-
For my soup, eh?
I
Here,
never
trainers,
see
you
how
sorry
he
kid,
got
I
up
don't
to
know a
the
small
station camera
fry.
like that. I skipped ahead to 12:03. It was enough. I would have been able to see him standing on a chair or something on this tape, but he
P-O-K-E-M-O-N.
wasn't there.
Let's go. Let's
I
go.
didn't see him enter the
Fight,
store at all
fight,
after
fight,
we
win.
left. It's like he wasn't really there. He doesn't know the security code. There's no alarms that were triggered that night after he locked up.
Battling can be dangerous, so we always have a team of paramedics on standby. Between matches, we make sure competitors' Pokemon are in tip-top shape.
Jeremy's face. 1 second it was there, the next it wasn't. I turned the tape off and went to bed. But I didn't get a wink of sleep. My body was exhausted right
You
now.
know what I'm
My
here to talk
mind
to? Yes, there is.
was racing.
So we have to sweep and clean this arena and in between every match. It's not easy work, but we have Pokemon to help us do it.
Disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. I worked in 2 hours. My boss asked me
We leave so much trash
back
behind.
and let him know
If you wanted to help tidy up, it'd be much appreciated. Now I'm good.
This game, you're not ready for it.
I'm plenty ready for it.
What the hell am I gonna say? Jeremy works the night shift directly after me. Plan is for my boss to come in just before I leave and confront him with me, and I'm supposed to be the one who caught him stealing. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I suppose I'll have to show my boss the tapes, but I don't want to watch them with him. I never want to see anything like that again. I can't get the image of Jeremy just smiling directly into the camera out of my mind. It was the creepiest look I've ever seen on another human being's face. Anyway, I'll try again to get some last minute sleep before I have to go in and deal with this. I'll let you
Nightmare, 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 nightmare! Nightmare, nightmare! My bad.
Update. 2:49 p.m.
Oh.
Updating from my phone, so apologies in advance for any errors.
Another
My
guy
boss
keeps
is sitting
cheating on
down
you.
for
The
velocity.
tournament is over. He shoes him, but she's take a break once in a while.
I mean, he's scared, speechless. I still am too. And Jeremy is due to come in at 4. Got a little over an hour.
Battling can be dangerous, so we always have a team of paramedics on standby.
Knows what
In
to
matches,
say.
we make sure competitors' Pokemon are in tip-top shape.
Is he just like a messed up guy who likes to steal motor oil and scare the hell out of people? Or is he something else?
He drinks the motor oil. Listen to me. He drinks it.
I don't know if this is crazy.
I need water.
I never noticed anything like that in the other tapes. The way that he popped up in this one made me think that he knew I would be watching. Like he wanted me to see what he could do. Like he was showing off or something. The way he smiled into the camera was like a little kid showing you a sandcastle that just built or something.
No, hell no.
Probably sound crazy.
I'm shooting him.
I should feel that part of it. Gotta talk to my boss more. We have to calm ourselves down and figure out how to handle this. I'll update again tonight, but I have a really
Oh no.
Update. 4:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him, but his phone has been disconnected. We're calling the police. Update. 5:33 p.m.
Huh?
No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him. His phone has been disconnected.
Oh, you're a trainer. Sorry, I didn't think this stuff. Okay. Hey guys. They're having dementia. It's dementia reincarnated, bruh.
We're calling the police.
Oh, hell no.
Update. 6:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him. His phone has been disconnected. We're calling the police. Update. 7:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him. His phone has been disconnected. We're calling the police. Update. 8:33 p.m. No sign of Jeremy. Tried calling him. His phone has been disconnected.
Oh
We're calling
no.
the police.
Dementia.
Update. 10:58 p.m. Oh my god! Oh my god! I just got home. I saw my previous updates. Things make less sense now than ever. Okay, here's what I can tell you. Okay, I went to work. Jeremy never showed up. My boss and I decided to call the police, as you're well aware. Okay, when I picked up the phone and called her, the sun went out. I'm not making that up. Okay, that's what.
Oh no. Some of my friends own way more merchandise than me. As a fanboy, I gotta step up my game. Oh, hell no.
I thought happened. Apparently, I blacked out.
Hey guys, if I ever have freaking fanboys or freaking fangirls, I'll have tears.
for exactly
Not training, not training, exam manager, sponsors, Chamber Alistair, though. I hear he's totally independent. What kind of a person is he anyway? A draconian.
I snapped out of it at the exact point I blacked out.
There are many ways to earn a living as a Pokemon trainer.
That's where things got really weird. Okay, my boss was right next to me when I blacked out, ready to corroborate my story to the cops. And when I came to, the phone was in my hand, but it was dead.
Battling for one.
My boss was still right there, but he wasn't moving.
Quite a lot of prize
He was
money if
standing
they
up and
win.
it was frozen. And I looked at the clock and it wasn't moving. The second hand was stuck on the 12.
Slap
It
him!
was 9:33 exactly. The clock on the counter, the computer screen, wasn't moving either. My phone was frozen. There was even a customer at the register waiting for my boss to get him cigarettes, and that would have been his 5th pack of the day. So I got the hell out of there. I didn't lock up. I didn't turn the lights out. And I'm sorry, guys. I didn't grab the security tapes to upload to the internet. Believe me, that was the last
Who are you
thing that was
again?
on my
Sorry, I only follow skill trainers. You don't know me yet. Alistair's so dreamy, but he would never know someone like me.
They weren't parked. Okay, they were frozen. People inside were sitting still as wax statues. I got in my car.
Oh no?
I prayed that it would start, and thankfully it did. And about halfway home, time started up again. The static on the radio turned into music, like it was supposed to.
As a fan, it's my duty to show up and cheer on my favorite trainers. Support will give them the confidence boost they need to win.
Whatever had happened.
Building is home. This building is home to the biggest battle fans in the area. On tournament nights, we all climb to the penthouse for a view of the championship arena. Who knows? Maybe we'll be your fans someday.
What he's doing. I'm hiding in my room, calling the police again in the morning. I don't know if I ever got through them before, but if I did, whether they took me seriously or not, I'm scared for my life at this point. I'll update tomorrow if I can.
You know Bryant, the runner-up and the last league champion? Yeah, he's no joke. I call him the explosive trainer. I was rooting for him to win, but he lost to Alistair.
I
Sigh.
have no idea how I did it, I guess.
It's quiet in between league seasons. I want some action. The league season ends. Every trainer has to start again for the beginning.
Last night and immediately called the cops. They came by to see what was wrong. He told them everything. The police around here are all small-time guys. They were more concerned with the missing motor oil than anything. My boss figured that.
Of course, veteran trainers still have their Pokemon, so it should be no problem for them to qualify again.
So we keep all our employee applications on file. And since Jeremy just started working here, his was easy to find. They checked the address on it and they headed over to his house. And you're not going to believe what they found. The address Jeremy listed on his application was an empty lot.
Hell no! Not only does he drink the freaking baby oil, but he also freaking sleeps in the ground like a zombie. Okay.
And at least it is now. And there used to be a house there, but it burned down back in 1993. Being a small town, almost everyone remembers that fire. A family of 4 used to live there way back when. Rumor has it that they had an estranged son, or they never really talked.
Jimmy.
Can't say for sure if that's true. What I can say is true is that after an insurance investigation was ruled as arson, the entire house was soaked in oil and torched with a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, the Diddy oil. 100 years ago, this area was actually a dense rainforest. Built over a lot of it, but as a result, the new Pokemon species were pissed out. Hey, you there, hold up.
My boss.
Actually, the Sunflex necklace started its own for the Holy Mail at this point. Oh, damn.
So what are you, crazy? I said, but he assured me that the cops were there with him. And then he dropped a bomb. The FBI were also in town, and they were going to talk to me one way or another, so I might as well come in.
Oh, hell no.
About 7:15, and I wanted to go back to bed, so I figured I wouldn't be able to sleep much more anyway.
So the apartment complex.
Men in suits greeted me, told me to have a
Where'd the
seat.
table come
We went
from?
over everything.
Thank you for understanding.
Got all the details down. I told them about Jeremy and the security tapes last night at work, everything. And finally, after finishing one of the agents said, "Oh Christ, we got another one on our hands."
What?
And they made me sign a bunch of papers saying I wouldn't tell anybody about what happened.
Yeah, about
So I
that.
can't say much more. Yeah, my
Guys,
business
is there a
belongs
night
to
owl?
us. So I'm home now.
There's a sign hanging on the door.
I'm not sure what to do
Sleeping,
with
please
these
do not disturb.
words, but I told
Guess
them
they're a
to
night owl?
haunt me for the rest of my life.
Oh.
I've got some errands to run today, and then I have to go into work to pick up some tapes. My boss and I think this new guy
Better let them get some red. What?
is stealing motor oil. I have to watch the security footage to see if I can catch him doing it. I have better things to do, but my boss is paying me overtime under the table. I'm trying to save up for vacation, so
Oh my god, it's a big time loop.
should be pretty simple. Oil always goes missing right after his shifts. I figured I'll just watch the tapes, catch him in the
Kevin
act,
me is my best friend ever.
and that'll be that.
How do you buy me Pokemon? Well, there's plenty of ways. Battling, leveling up for one. Also using items like vitamins, rare candies, and certain berries. And of course, just walking around with them helps too. And I think this is where I'm going to end this stream. So, next time, I got a freaking Fallout lore video planned. Set up. I might just set up for... I might just freaking shiny hunt off camera a bit, because I don't want to freaking stream everything, you know? And besides, I gotta continue walking around to get these eggs open as well. Are they almost open? Actually, hold on. No, they are not. Jeez. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at Stopper8. For people on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Stopper57. And at the Stopper1086 right here on YouTube. So, yeah. That's about it. So, see you guys probably tomorrow, maybe. Peace.